you've ever wondered how to do an intermittent fasting meal plan, this video is for you. This is my complete intermittent fasting meal plan that's going to help you build muscle and maintain that lean look at the same time. So lean bulking. So make sure you stay tuned. What is going on, guys? Welcome back to yet another video. I wanted to do this intermittent fasting meal plan video purely because people have more time now so they can play around with it and kind of get used to it before the work patterns reset, before life is reset in general after quarantine. Anyway, the reason I got into intermittent fasting was actually because I could never maintain that kind of lean look. I always looked a bit too watery. I looked like I was on a constant bulk.
You like muscles?
I just ate too much. But with intermittent fasting, we did 16 hours of fasting followed by an 8-hour eating window. So basically today I woke up at 7 a.m. and I fasted from 8 p.m. last night, and I'll fast all the way till 12 p.m. First things first, water, but not just any old water. You need water with some electrolytes in it. Some people say no, they'll kick you out of your fast and whatnot, but this electrolyte drink I make does not kick you out of your fast, especially in terms of body composition. If body composition is your main goal, then you don't need to worry about a few calories. Literally, that's all it's going to be, a few calories. So what we'll do is we'll take half a lime. Lime juice is packed full of minerals and vitamins, and also the actual composition of lime juice is similar to that of saliva and hydrochloric acid, which is in the stomach and makes up stomach bile, so you can get the digestive juices flowing. I know you probably think, why do I want that first thing in the morning? Well, it acts as like a barrier protection for your stomach. Anyway, I put a pinch to about half a teaspoon of Celtic sea salt. Celtic sea salt is full of 75 different minerals, including obviously sodium, which is important for hydration. So I put that in, then the cream of tartar, which is high in potassium, also an essential mineral for hydration to maintain that positive charge, which is going to keep you feeling buzzing, keep you feeling energized, and stop you feeling dizzy. And then we have apple cider vinegar. I kind of eye up the apple cider vinegar, but I'm putting in about between 1 and 2 tablespoons in it. Make sure you're choosing an apple cider vinegar which has no added sugars, and just look at the label. Just make sure the calories are really low. The calories are extremely low in apple cider vinegar I'm using currently, and I have been using for years as well. You can get the Bragg's one or this raw one. I kind of like this raw one. It's pretty good, and it's very, very inexpensive as well on top of that. So it's accessible anywhere in the UK, wherever you want, but I'll drop a link below so you can get that as well. Apple cider vinegar is high in acetic acid, which is good for your gut, but it's also high in potassium and amino acid enzymes, which are also great for your metabolism and great for energy as well. So by the time 9:30 a.m. comes about, you're probably going to say, why 9:30 a.m.? I have my first coffee between 2 to 3 hours after I wake up, purely because I don't want to spike cortisol even more than it is already raised. I try to make sure the cortisol's dipped a little bit, just so I'm not feeling super stressed out and I'm not putting that stress on my body in general. Otherwise it becomes so far elevated, you start feeling anxious and whatnot. But I wait for about 2.5 hours. I'm usually fine to wait that long for a coffee anyway. And I have a straight black coffee. I opt for a mycotoxin-free coffee. You can get like a good organic coffee. If it's tested, it's even better. If not, then, I mean, what can you do? But anyway, black coffee, no sugar, no MCT oil, no creamers or whatnot. You can add a bit of stevia or monk fruit. Those are natural sweeteners, not going to spike your blood sugar levels, and also pretty okay for the body. I mean, generally speaking, they actually have added health benefits, but that's for another video. And also, if you find coffee too harsh and you suffer from anxiety, I don't recommend coffee. Either green tea or matcha works just fine. But remember, don't add any nut milk or anything like that. You're just going to increase the calories. Increasing the calories is going to kick you out your fast. But then again, it depends on how strict you want to be today. Now, from when I have that coffee all the way through to lunch, I'm not really having anything. that's calorific at all, or any calories in general. So what I'd have is a green tea, maybe some matcha, but I usually save that for a bit later on in the day, but I'll get into that a bit later on in the video. So no supplements here, like no vitamin C, no vitamin D, no vitamin E, or whatever you supplement on. Just save that for when you actually eat, especially no omega-3s, that's got calories. I would avoid all those things, but you can have sparkling water, you can have green tea, some other herbal teas, you can even have some more cider vinegar with water. And if you're feeling a bit dizzy, you can put a pinch of salt in some water as well to maintain that positive electrolyte balance. Now it's 12 o'clock. I'm gonna break my fast with some collagen. You can break it with bone broth. There are a few other things like half a protein shake, but I have a preference for collagen because it's high in amino acid glycine. Glycine is great for the gut, so that will help you. And it also doesn't have many calories at all, and it's nice and easy to drink. It will get that stomach acid going, prepare the digestive system, but it won't tax the digestive system, it won't make you feel bloated, and you'll be able to eat an hour later. And that's exactly what I did. And what I've had, as you can see on screen right now, I had some chicken thighs. I sauteed them in a pan with a tiny bit of avocado oil, some thyme, mustard, and whatever vegetables I had in the fridge. Then to finish, I had 2 squares of 90% dark chocolate, which is still pretty low in carbs. I mean, 2 squares has about, I think, 2 grams or less. I think, I'm sure it has less than 2 grams of carbs. Anyway, roughly that range. And I didn't add any carbs to my meal, obviously. I had just some olive oil on top for extra fat, but that's because I'm doing a carb backloading strategy. If you're not following carb backloading, then you could very well have had some carbs in this meal. You could have had some sweet potato or some quinoa or some buckwheat, something like that, something nutrient dense. You want to stick to nutrient dense foods because you're not going to be eating that often anyway, so you're not going to have a chance to, if you miss out this meal, you kind of narrow it down to the two or three meals you're going to have. So think about it that way. So nutrient dense, lots of vegetables. I love mushrooms. Mushrooms are high in beta-glucans, which are great for your gut, high in vitamin D as well, good for your immune system. But I also supplement on, as you can see as well on screen now, some vitamin D3 at this time, omega-3s. I take some vitamin B complex and a few other things, but these have been narrowed down. I've used many different vitamins and supplements before, but I'm not the biggest fan of taking multivitamins. There are a few really good ones on the market, but if you are, make sure you're getting something which is an AM/PM formula. I'll take half my vitamins in the morning, now with breakfast, and then the rest with dinner. But those are the vitamins I'm currently taking with lunch, breakfast, whatever you want to call it, when I break my fast, and saving the rest till later on. So around 2 hours later, on more or less an empty stomach, it doesn't have to be an empty stomach, but I have a preference for an empty stomach, I'll take 2 to 8 grams of vitamin C in L-absorbic acid. So you don't want to take D-absorbic acid because that's a chemical form. 2 to 8 grams. On the upper end now, because of this coronavirus and whatnot, I want to keep my immune system firing, but I'll also take it with half a teaspoon of baking soda. Yeah, I've got baking soda. The reason being is this reduces the acidity in your stomach and won't upset your stomach, and increases the pH levels of it as well. I don't suggest everyone taking that high dose. Remember, I'm over 230 pounds and damn proud.
Is it really so hard to believe?
So I can tolerate quite a bit more. I've also done my tolerance test, so I know how much I can tolerate. I recommend starting on the lower end, but also don't have vitamin C with a high carb meal, because basically glucose, which carbohydrates are converted to, has a very similar structure, molecular structure anyway, to that of vitamin C. So basically they'll compete for absorption and glucose will win. So you won't absorb much vitamin C at all. So do remember that. That's why I take on an empty stomach away from the rest of my vitamins, because I don't want any contraindications. But vitamin C also will help zinc as well, and they all kind of work together. But that's a great vitamin to boost your immune system. Probably should have said this earlier, but Sunday is the day today, and this is a rest day, which means no workout. No workout means no specific strict rules about nutrient timing, but I want to tell you this for anyone that's doing it to work out with anyway, or just to include it in this video. Basically, do not eat right before you work out. Wait, at least have the meal 2 to 3 hours before you work out. If you're still feeling hungry, we'll talk about some pre-workout nutrition you can include later on. But if some idiot on YouTube tells you to eat, then go straight and work out, tell them to piss off. Because basically, the food's gonna be in your stomach working towards, the blood's gonna be in your stomach working towards helping you digest the food, so it's not gonna go to the muscles in the same way. And it's also likely to make you feel sick, so you do not wanna be eating right before your workout. And also, as you probably know by now, I don't eat thousands of meals a day. I eat 2 to 3 times a day. So I'm doing this to not spike insulin regularly, and also because it's very time consuming. I don't know how these people fit in 8 meals a day. It's beyond me, especially not in 8 hours. You won't be seeing me do that anytime soon. Anyway, so I want to keep insulin levels low in order to make growth hormone go through the roof, because that's one of the key benefits of fasting. After you break the fast, your growth hormone levels go through the roof. But if I'm eating constantly, I'm spiking insulin, and that's going to drop growth hormone. Growth hormone is highly anabolic, responsible for building muscle, losing fat, and also keeping this jawline in check. It's very anti-aging, it's very healing as well. You want to maximize growth hormone, obviously without injecting yourself. There are exceptions to every rule. And if you want some solid pre-workout nutrition that's actually going to digest before you work out, well, you can do an hour to an hour and a half before you hit the gym, hit the weights, whatever you're doing. If you're hitting some push-ups, whatever you're doing at home or in the park. Yeah, anyway, you get the gist. What you can do is you can have a banana, maybe 2 rice cakes, a banana on top of the rice cakes, maybe a bit of honey if you want, and a protein shake, or half a protein shake, whichever you want. Very fast digesting carbs you have there. So they're going to be digested pretty much when you start working out, and they will fuel you. I personally don't do this. I've tried it many of time. All I find is I feel tired. I don't feel as strong, funny enough. And I just seem to gain weight in the wrong places. I'm not saying it won't work for you. If you're a hard gainer, you've got low body fat, and you look to maximize muscle gains, definitely give it a shot. Alternatively, this is what I do. What I'll do is I'll have my EAAs, I'll have between 10 and 15 grams, 20 minutes before I work out. Once I've had that, I might put some creatine, no, I lie, might. I'll put like half a scoop of creatine in that mix as well. You can put that in your protein shake if you want as well. Like say like 2.5 grams of creatine. Anyway, I'll save my carbs till after my workout. First of all, more insulin sensitive, so much more likely to shuttle them into muscle cells. That way, when I do that, I'm gonna build some muscle. Anyway, if anyone tells you to eat, I can't believe I'm seeing this. I still see it all the time, Instagram, everywhere. Have some rice cakes with some peanut butter, because peanut butter is high in protein, before your workout. Tell them to come see me.
It's on like Donkey Kong, bitch.
Because that just, it won't digest. And secondly, it'll probably leave you feeling like shit when you're working out. You'll probably feel quite tired. You're mixing a high levels of fat with high levels of carbohydrates. You don't want to be doing that, especially not pre-workout. I have post-workout, I have some protein, as in I have vegan protein with some dextrose, around 30 to 40 grams of dextrose depending on the day. And I'll have it with an apple. And I'll also take 2 omega-3s. With those omega-3s, what I'm doing is I'm using those omega-3s to enhance protein synthesis. Enhanced protein synthesis means more muscle gains. And that's exactly what we want. We'll experience already post-workout, we'll have higher levels of protein synthesis. So even higher means that protein goes to the right places. And also this is a new addition to the gang. I'll take my vegan protein shake. I have 5 grams of essential amino acids in there. It will help the absorption and digestion of them, make them more bioavailable, even to the levels similar of like a whey protein shake or something like that. So just remember, that was an example. This is not a workout day. So now, this is about 4 p.m., 4:30 p.m. And what I'm having now is, I am having 6 eggs, 1 avocado, but with the eggs, this is why they're extra yellow. I'm mixing in a teaspoon of turmeric, some black pepper, and some cayenne pepper. Cayenne pepper boosts metabolism. Black pepper will mitigate some of the inflammatory effects of egg whites. Believe it or not, egg whites are the more inflammatory part of the egg. I'll get into that in a different video completely. Anyway, the turmeric, however you want to call it, will help mitigate that. It's anti-inflammatory. It's really, really good in terms of health benefits. It has many more health benefits. It could go on forever, but I'm gonna have this, avocado, sauerkraut, raw garlic on top, which will feed the probiotics in the sauerkraut because there's prebiotics in raw garlic. And also I'll have one scoop of this raw sport protein powder on top to increase my protein. I'm not gonna have any supplements with this meal or any vitamins with this meal in particular. I'll save that to dinner. And that is around 3 to 4 hours after I've eaten breakfast. No set rules, it's just when I fit it in because I'm having 3 meals a day today, mainly for demonstration purposes. Usually I'd have 2 when I fast, but I'm having it just to show you a bit of variety. Because I'm a dork and I go to sleep the same time every night, between 10 and 11, mainly towards 11 on the weekends, and on the weekdays it's probably more or less 10:30. Anyway, I try to get 7 to 8 hours sleep. So the point of me even saying that was basically I end up eating dinner more or less the same time every night. So it's between 7:30 and around 8, somewhere between that slot. Tonight, I have a special. I have a Moroccan chicken with quinoa couscous, full recipe in the description below, but doesn't that look great? But right before dinner, I'll have a tablespoon of apple cider vinegar with a teaspoon, well, more or less half a teaspoon of cinnamon. So this is going to lower my blood sugar response to the high carbohydrate meal I'm about to have. Remember, today is a non-workout day, so it will be the only significant amount of carbohydrates I've had all day. So this is a big hit. This is going to make me feel seriously tired afterwards. But if I'm not feeling super tired, which is quite possible today because this is the first day back on my cycle of caffeine, I take a week out. So I'll have a reishi mushroom tea after this if I don't feel super tired or if I don't feel more relaxed, or maybe some reishi mixed with some like valerian root or something like that, but preferably reishi. I don't have valerian root that often. I find it makes me feel a bit groggy when I wake up, and I'm not about that life. Anyway, every night, regardless of the night, 1 hour before I sleep, I'll have some magnesium. Magnesium relaxes the muscles, relaxes the minds, puts you into that relaxed state, preparing you for a much deeper sleep, and it also helps recovery and supports the nervous system. So as you can see on screen now, those are all the calories and the macros I've had today. Notice that today, well, you wouldn't probably notice because you haven't seen my other days, but this is I would say 50% the amount of carbohydrates I usually have on workout days, because I'm following like a cyclical kind of approach. Less carbohydrates on days I'm not working out. You don't have to do that, but that's just something I've been doing just to keep the weight off and to stay nice and lean. But this is what I do. And not only that, I'm at maintenance. So my maintenance is 3,750, and that's what I've been having. I have no surplus, nothing, no day where there's a surplus or anything like that. But yeah, that's my full day of my full meal plan, even when it comes to intermittent fasting on a non-workout day. But yours could be completely different. I just wanted to give you an example and how to structure it. And notice I haven't had any calories, obviously, in between, really. I've just had water, green tea, stuff like that, and maybe some herbal tea, which I didn't show in this video, but like rooibos tea, chamomile tea is great in the evening as well. It helps you sleep better even on top of that. But you get the gist of it. So if you enjoyed this video, give it a massive thumbs up, and don't forget to hit that subscribe button, click that bell notification to be alerted as soon as I post another video. And if you want a personal plan for myself, send me a DM on Instagram. Obviously follow me on Instagram, that's at AdamScottFit. Send me a DM there, or visit my website, www.adamscottfit.com. And until the next video, keep pushing those limits.